So I wanted to make this video today talking about Cyberpunk Edgerunners because it is one of my favorite anime that I checked out, and this series itself hit me on a personal level because when I was watching this series a couple years ago on Netflix, it really made me stop and think about life when it came to the certain circumstances that I went through myself. And I pretty much just want to talk about Cyberpunk Edgerunners in this video, as well as touching on things from a personal level that relates to me. So if you guys have anything to say about Cyberpunk, or if you guys have anything that you want to share that you feel comfortable with that hit you on a personal level with this series, or if there's another series that you happen to relate to that sort of thing with, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. But without further ado, like I always say, let's dive straight into this. So when I started Edgerunners, David's story of losing his mom, Gloria, stopped me cold. Because she's a single mom working hard to give him a better life, and then she's gone in a sudden accident. And that hit me hard because I've lost several people in my life before, and it wasn't the same kind of loss like David had, but that feeling of the ground dropping out from under you, I just know it too well. Because I was probably in my early teen years, trying to figure out my life, and suddenly I was sorting through their things, holding on to little keepsakes, wondering how to keep going without them. And the show doesn't make David's grief neat or tidy, it lingers, pushing him to make tough choices. After my losses, I buried myself in work to cope, but it just made me feel more alone. Seeing David hold on to his mom's dream of him succeeding at a fancy academy reminded me of how I pushed myself to chase goals that my own relatives cared about, even when it felt heavy. It was like the show understood how grief sticks with you. Night city's bright, busy streets made David's quiet pain feel even heavier, and I got that. I walk around my city at night sometimes, lights everywhere, but feel completely disconnected. Edgerunner showed me it's okay to feel that way. That grief is part of you, but doesn't have to define you. This hit home because it showed me how I've turned loss into something that drives me. Like David, I'm learning to honor my relatives by living my life fully, even if it's hard. The show felt like it was walking with me through that pain, helping me make sense of it. Edgerunner shows David trying to make something of himself in a city obsessed with status, and that really got to me because I felt that pressure to prove myself. Growing up, I saw people around me get better opportunities while I had to hustle just to keep up. David's short stint at the Arasaka Academy, only to ditch it for a riskier path, feels like times I chased jobs or paths that looked successful but didn't feel right for me. Night cities divide, where the rich thrive and others scrape by, reminded me of my own experiences in jobs where I had to work twice as hard to be noticed. I'd take on extra projects like David, using cyberware to keep up, but it left me drained, and I thought promotions would make me feel like I'd made it, but they often didn't. And the show showed how chasing what others call success can pull you away from who you are. Watching David lose himself to that chase made me think about times I let go of my own values to get ahead. It wasn't worth it. Edgerunners helped me see I need to define success for myself, focusing on what matters to me, not what the world expects. This connected with me because it made me rethink what I'm working toward. David's story pushed me to focus on goals that felt true to me, not just what looks good on paper. It's a reminder I carry every day. The idea of cyberpsychosis and edgerunners, where people lose themselves by adding too much tech to their bodies, really grabbed me. David uses this implant called the Samvistan to move super fast, and it's thrilling but dangerous. That reminded me of times I pushed myself too hard, like when I got into intense workouts a few years ago. I loved the rush of getting stronger, but I ignored how tired my body was and it wore me out. The show shows how those upgrades make you feel unstoppable at first, but then they mess you up. I've done that, not with tech, but by piling on too many responsibilities. I'd work a full-time job and take on extra projects, feeling on top of the world until I crashed with stress. David's struggle with his implants felt like my own burnout. After one rough stretch, I had to slow down and rethink things, kind of like how David's crew tries to pull him back. Edgerunner showed me you have to know when to stop before you break. This stuck with me because it's about balancing what you want with what you can handle, and David's story taught me to listen to myself and set limits so I can keep growing without falling apart. And the way David finds family with his crew when it comes to Maine, Rebecca, Lucy, in a city that feels so lonely really touched me. I've been there. When I moved to a new city, I felt lost until a group of friends took me in. We would hang out, talk about life, and they became my anchor, just like how David's crew gave him a sense of belonging. But the show also shows how those bonds can get shaky. When things go wrong for the crew, it reminded me of the times my friends and I hit rough patches, misunderstandings, or life pulling us in different directions. I worried that we would drift apart, but we worked through it like the crew tries to stick together. Edgerunners got how much effort those relationships take. Being with my friends when it comes to sharing stories or just chilling feels like home, and the show captured that warmth, and they pushed me to be better, just like David's crew does for him. This hits me because it showed how much chosen friends matter. Edgerunners reminded me to keep those connections strong because they're what get you through tough times. They're my lifeline. Edgerunners also shows that Night City's harsh divide, rich corporations at the top, everyone else fighting for scraps. That really spoke to me because I've seen that kind of unfairness. Growing up, some people had access to better schools or jobs, while others like me had to work harder for less. Gloria dying because they couldn't afford good health care felt like times I saw people I care about struggle because of money. The Edgerunners taking on risky jobs to fight the system reminded me of my own experiences in jobs where the deck felt stacked against me. I'd take on unstable gigs hoping for a break, like David doing dangerous missions. It made me mad that things are set up this way, keeping people down. Seeing Night City's shiny towers next to rundown streets was like the gaps in my own community. It pushed me to get involved in local efforts to make things fairer, even if it's a small step. Edgerunners showed me how hard it is to fight those systems alone. This connected with me because it put my frustration with unfairness into words. David's fight, even if it didn't fix everything, inspired me to keep pushing for change in my own way. And the ending of Edgerunners, where Lucy reaches the moon but loses David, left me thinking about life's mixed endings. It's like when I finished a big chapter of my life, like graduating or moving on from a tough relationship. I felt proud, but also wished things had gone differently. David giving up everything for Lucy's dream reminded me of times I put others' goals first, happy for them, but feeling a quiet ache. The moon as this big dream you chase hit me because I have goals, like writing or traveling, that feel so far away but keep me going. Lucy standing alone on the moon felt like times I reached a goal but felt lonely, wondering what it would cost me. It made me sit down and write about my own regrets and hopes. Edgerunners showed me that even sad endings can have a spark of hope. David's choice lives on in Lucy, like how my sacrifices shaped who I am now. It's helped me see endings as new starts. This stuck with me because it made me okay with life's ups and downs. The show gave me a way to look at my own story, finding hope even when things don't end perfectly. So that's my personal connection to Cyberpunk Edgerunners. This show really spoke to me when it came to loss, chasing success, pushing too hard, leaning on friends, fighting unfairness, and just making peace with the endings that I came in contact with in life. It honestly just felt like it was telling parts of my story, helping me understand myself better, and I'm very curious to hear if this show hit you in a similar way, or if there's other shows that happen to hit you in a similar way that you want to share with me. Be sure to let me know all of those thoughts in the comments because I would love to hear about it. And if you guys enjoy the content on the channel, as always, be sure to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And if you guys want to follow me on my social media, be sure to check out my X, my Instagram, my TikTok, and my Facebook. All the links to those are located in the description below, so be sure to follow me on there. Also, if you guys want to join my Discord server, the link to the server is listed in the description and is also pinned in the comment section down below so you guys can join the community. Be sure to click on that bell for notifications so you guys are notified whenever I'm dropping a new video on the channel. I hope all the guys are having a fantastic day, wherever the day may be, if it's the daytime, the nighttime, or the evening. And I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, peace out.